So, I cannot be gay, I am 30. Is such an iconic line in this entire thing.
I cannot be gay. I am 30.
As the writer, like, tell us about that line.
Yeah, I do know a lot of people that came out later in life, and I think it's like a surprise. You know, especially queerness, and it's so fluid, and it's so, like, there's no one right way to be queer. I knew that that's what the character of Gretchen was going to be going through.
I related to that moment because I didn't realize I was trans until much later, even though I knew, but I didn't have the language for it.
Right.
But that moment, I'm like, oh, and oh no. Like,
Yeah.
it happens like so close together.
Oh, no. My personal experience was I was very Christian growing up. And so it wasn't so much like I can't be gay, I'm 30, but it was like I can't be gay, I'm Christian. Like it was kind of like that sort of thing. And it really did hit me like a ton of bricks all at once.
What was that like to explore your character's dynamic at work, because it's such a big thing sort of throughout the show?
Yeah, I think, I think Asher, he's trying to fit in. He wants to fit in, and I think this entire time he's had this, like, very, like, okay, I see there's a lot of bros at work. I'm gonna just try and, like, roll with that energy, and this opportunity comes up, and it's like, there's a very slight moment where he thinks, what would it be like? But I think he very quickly backpedals, and he's like, no, there's no way I can be myself and feel comfortable in this office setting. That's probably what he's feeling a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just, if I am my full self, will I be accepted, and can I still move in the space comfortably? And I think it's not that he's moving in the space comfortably anyway, he just doesn't realize that yet. And then this friendship, the dynamic over here, you're so supportive. You're like, you know what, we're just gonna do this. You kind of force the whole thing forward.
But like, I love like so supportive, but so like light about it as well. He's like, yeah, you're lesbian, welcome, let's do it. And like, he's so lighthearted about it, which I think is necessary as sort of a balance there.
Your experience and like the cis gay male experience is
Right.
so different from the cis lesbian experience or the trans experience.
I'm taking what I know about like this world and being like, great, like literally I put you in leather. I'm like, I'm gonna put this on you and we're good.
The diary part, I was actually like, when I was writing, I was trying to figure out a way for Gretchen to be like, have her experience validated. And a lot of that, again, is pulled from my real life. Like my childhood diary, like has some like really gay stuff in it.
Yeah.
And stuff that like, I think it's interesting, you know, when you're being conditioned to be raised a certain way. You know, I was raised in a very Christian family, and loving family in the Midwest. And a lot of that you're not even allowed to kind of explore.
The damage that is done when we're younger, like without people even realizing it, it's just sort of the way that we're raised. It's like these are the pieces that traditionally go here, but they don't for everybody. And it's sort of like in our subconscious that like, oh, and that's why we feel a certain way when we start to have these feelings. We're like, oh, but that's not right, that's not right, that's not right. And I'm currently like reconditioning myself because for the longest time I was playing a part. And as we get a little bit older, we're able to discover who we really are and feel comfortable enough to explore that and share that with other people and be our truest selves, to just be able to discover like, oh, this is who I am. This is this side and that side. And my pieces don't go here, but that's fine. And like, I'm hoping that this show can be, and I've said this before, the safe space for people to be like, oh, that's me.
Yeah, as we move into like future seasons, is that something that you thought about? Like, what are their families like?
Absolutely. I do draw a lot of inspiration even from my own parents and their journey. Because when I did first come out, it was very rocky. It was in no way, shape, or form embraced. It was really difficult for many years. And now, one of the biggest blessings of this project is the healing between my parents and I. Truly. Like y'all met them. My mother can get down. She calls them her garden thighs, but she can get low on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Puts me to shame. Very embarrassing. Both my parents came to Outfest where we showed our first 3 episodes. And afterwards my mom was like, why did you have to bring Christianity into it? Why did you have to bring that into it. Because it's still very important to her, and that's very much her life experience. And a lot of queer people feel not accepted by their upbringing, whatever religion that is, you know, ostracized from it. And I also wanted to plant that seed so that in future seasons we can see the growth. Like in future seasons, when we meet Gretchen's parents, you know, we'll be able to go on that journey with them.
There are a lot of paths that are sort of being laid out in front of us that we can explore, which is really exciting.
Yeah.